Hello, today we're going to solve some one-step equations. To solve an equation, we must think in reverse. Sometimes I find it helpful to think of equations like a set of scales. So, we've got this equation at the top, x plus 2 equals 5. So, let's see what that looks like. We got x plus 2 circles is equal to 5 circles on the right. So a number plus 2 circles on the left is perfectly balanced to 5 circles on the right. We can say that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. Now, if I decided to take 2 circles off the left, just like this, that means that the equation has become unbalanced. It's become unbalanced because I did something to one side, but not the other. This makes the left-hand side not equal to the right-hand side. So, to fix this, whatever I do to the left, I must do to the right as well. So I'm going to take 2 off the right. And this will cause the equation to become balanced again. We can see that the left-hand side is now equal to the right-hand side. Now, if we just look at the top up here, 2 take 2 disappears and just becomes x, because 2 minus 2 is 0. On the right, 5 take 2 is 3. So we can see that the answer, the missing quantity I was looking for, is 3. X equals 3 was the answer I was looking for. So when it comes to solving equations, I always want to be thinking in reverse. So the opposite of adding something is to subtract something. The opposite of subtracting is to add. The opposite of timesing or multiplying something is to divide. The opposite of dividing something is to multiply. And the opposite of squaring something is to find the square root of something. So we're always going to have to do the opposite of what we see in the equation. Alrighty, here's an example we can try. A plus 3 equals 5. Let's think in opposites. The opposite of adding 3 would be to take 3. Now remember, what we do to one side, we must do to the other. So we're also going to take 3 on the right. Now, 3 take 3 just cancels out and makes 0. So really, all that we're left with is A. And A is going to be equal to 5 take 3, which is 2. So our answer should be 2. And if we check our answer by taking 2 and putting it where A was, 2 plus 3 is 5. And the left equals the right. So we must have the right answer. Here's another question we can try. B take 4 equals 5. Okay, think in opposites. The opposite of taking 4 is to add 4. Do the same to the other side as well. So negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So these just cancel out. So we've got B equals 5 plus 4 is 9. So our answer should be 9. Let's quickly check our answer. 9 take 4 is 5. 5 equals 5. The left side equals the right side. So we must have the right answer. Okay, next question, multiplying. So we've got C divided by 5. So the opposite of dividing by 5 is to times by 5. So what we do to one side, we do to the other. Dividing something by 5 and then timesing it by 5 is just like nothing happened at all. So they cancel out. So C is going to be equal to 35. Check your answer. 35 divided by 5 is 7. The left equals the right, so we must have the right answer there. Next question, dividing. So we've got a 4 and a D next to each other. That means 4 times D. So the opposite of timesing D by 4 would be to divide by 4. Do the same thing on both sides. Now, 4 divided by 4 will just cancel out to a singular 1. So we're going to have one single D by itself is equal to, and 20 divided by 4 is 5. So our final answer is going to be 5. Let's check. 4 times 5 is 20. Left equals right, so we must have the right answer. All right, this question here, we've got E squared. That means E times E is 36. Now, the opposite of squaring something is to use the square root option. Now, the square root and a square will cancel each other out. So let's do the same to the other side as well. Square times a square root, gone. So E is all by itself now. Now, the square root of 36 is interesting because there's actually two answers to this question. 6 times 6 is 36, and negative 6 times negative 6 is also 36. So there are two answers. Let's quickly check. 6 times 6 is 36, and negative 6 times negative 6 is also 36. So, for a question like this, I suggest you write both answers down. Okay, there's 4 questions on the screen, 4 different operations. Could you please just pause the video, do the best you can. Okay, the first answer, f was equal to 3. Next one, h equals -2. Next one, g was 4. And the final one, I was 63. Hopefully you got those answers correct. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.